Hi everyone, I'm back. Seems like I was just here a few hours ago. Anyhow, I'm Crafty Sue. This is my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And to all of my loyal subscribers, thank you so much. As I've said many times, I just love reading your comments and suggestions and ideas. Love it. Keep it up. Keep it up. I love it. And if you're new here, well, this is it. Mostly I show plushies. Sometimes I do yarn hauls. I don't make my own patterns, but I do have my first one in the works. Yes, I'm trying to make a pattern for the dust bunny. So many people have asked for it. So someone has offered to help me because I've never written one up. If I do get it finished, it'll be a free pattern on Instagram. I don't want Etsy or anything like that. I'm not out for the money. I just want to share it with you if you really want it. So that's my big update. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But I have a big market 2 weeks from Saturday. And I have a lot to do. I already have calluses on my hands. I don't know if you can see them from crocheting so much. I really should wear my gloves all the time, but I don't. I don't like the confinement. Anyhow, I got a few little things done for you this week. Not much, because it's just been since Monday. I actually started crocheting Sunday night, finished that one Monday, started another one Monday night, finished it yesterday. So I only have 5 items, so not a whole heck of a lot. Not a lot. I seem to be crooked. So, but I didn't want to miss my Wednesday video. I didn't want to do that. I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and like I said, I love reading all your comments. You guys are fantastic. Fantastic. And you know how I feel about this. I say it all the time. I say it all the time. So a few of you asked what I bought at my market, to show what I bought at my market on Saturday. I don't usually buy things when I go because I'm busy and I don't have a chance to walk around. But this time I did. I was able to walk around before we opened and did see a couple of, well, there's a different story for each one. So you heard the story on Monday when I did my market review about Grumpy selling the bee to the honey lady. Well, this morning he said to me, you know, I could have just traded her a bee for a little bottle of honey. And I said, yeah, I know. Why didn't you do that? No. Instead, I went back and bought a bottle of honey. And it's so cute. She got a pretty little bow on it. And it's a little bear. It's a little bear with his bow. I haven't tasted it yet because it's sealed on the inside. I'm going to leave it that way because I have another bottle of honey I bought at another craft show. The first one I did this fall. I bought a bottle of honey. So, waiting for the real cool weather. We've had nice cool weather lately. And I love honey in my tea. I like just plain black tea with honey. And I'm usually not a hot beverage drinker, but I do like my honey and tea. I'm not a big hot coffee drinker at all. Then the lady beside me sold resin pieces that she made. And one of the things was a nightlight. And it was just the cutest thing. And my daughter-in-law is a resin crafter. And of course I thought of her right away. So I told her about it. I took a couple of pictures with the permission of the lady who had the booth, which is one of my pet peeves, when people come and take pictures of your stuff without asking. And that happened last Saturday. But anyhow, I asked her if I could take a couple pictures to show my daughter-in-law, and she was perfectly fine with it. So I sent it to Lolo. She was doing a market elsewhere here in Florida. And then by the end of the day, I said, maybe I should buy one to show it to her. So I bought one for me, but I will show it to her. And if she wants to make them, great. If she doesn't, that's fine. I got a pretty little nightlight. And here it is. Isn't that adorable? Look at that butterfly. I think I might have these butterfly stickers. I think I might. But it was $15. Not cheap, but really cute. I think it's supposed to be like a motion sensor. I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet. But that's my new little nightlight. We leave one, right now it's a bug light, in my family room, because Grumpy tends to get up late, well, early, I should say, 3 in the morning or something. So it's good to have a little night light for him as he goes into that room. And he likes it. He likes night lights. Oops, I just see something I forgot to put away. Push down. Okay. So, and then my big item. I bought a centerpiece for my dining room table for Christmas. Ugh, it's heavy. And it is gorgeous. Look at this. It's big. It's a beautiful sleigh. And then you got all of the flowers and the greenery and the berries and the pine cones. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh. I saw this and I fell in love with it. And I said, this is a perfect replacement for my live poinsettia plant I usually buy every year and put there. Except now I don't have to spend money every year. I can put this away and use it, and I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Tell me what you think. It was $40. It was not cheap, but I felt very much worth that price. But the gentleman who makes them, yes, you heard me right, it was a gentleman who makes it, told me if you buy it, I'll give you a good discount. So I came back a little while later and I says, because I was torn between two, and I said, no, I want the sleigh. It reminds me of my older brother, because years and years ago, 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, we did craft fairs together, and he was a woodworker, and he would make sleighs out of wood, and I don't know where mine went to. My ex-husband must have got rid of it. But we'd do craft fairs together, and I'd have different kinds of crafts, and he would have his wood stuff, and we'd share a table. And it reminded me of that. So I had to get the sleigh. He's been gone a long time now. And it's just nice to have reminders, you know, doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. So those were my purchases at this craft fair that I did on Saturday. Honey, nightlight, centerpiece. I was happy with it. I don't usually do that, so that was pretty good. So I didn't have much of anything to show you. And I said, how can I do a video? I don't have anything. But I got a free pattern, and oh, darn it, I wanted to get everybody's name before I came on here and I forgot. If I have links to these plushies, of course it'll be in the description below as usual. Not as prepared as I'd like to be, because Grumpy and I have to go someplace. So anyhow, one thing I've been wanting to do, and I was able to get a free pattern. Oh, I can't remember her name. She was giving away a pattern, and it included the little duck and a mallard, and she had done it all, the little ducks in all different colors. And on Instagram, all you had to do was put something in the comments like duck, and she would send you a link to the free pattern. So I did that, and that was a little while ago, and I just never did it. I downloaded it, so I have the pattern. I just never got around to making them. So I said, I need something quick so I can make something quick. So this morning I made 2 little ducks. And they're adorable. And they're super adorable. Now, I don't know if this is still available. I will look when I'm done taping this video. Whoops. Yeah. He almost went for a swim. Look how cute he is. Too cute. You know, the old-fashioned part of me wants to hang something from his neck. A little charm or something. But I don't think I'll do that. But how cute is that? How cute is that? So I made this one, and this beak is with mustard. This is Parfait Chunky Yarn, 4.5 millimeter hook. 12 millimeter eyes. I think he's so cute. So cute, so cute. Love the little tail. And then I made another one, and I changed the beak color to orange, but just 2 little ducklings. And Grumpy's been bugging me to make these for a while. He's starting to drive me nuts. He thinks because he suggested the dust bunny that he's a pro at everything now. So those are my 2 little ducks. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, someone asked me for an update on the girls that I've been teaching to crochet. I missed 2 weeks ago because I wasn't feeling well that Friday. I had a bad headache, so I canceled that day. So they came last Thursday because I couldn't do it on Friday because that was when I had to go and set up for the market. So they did come on Thursday, and I knew they were getting a little bit bored with just single crochet after single crochet after single crochet with acrylic yarn. And I have to do that. They have to learn how to be comfortable holding the hook and the yarn and get their tension right, because they're all over the place with tension. And Holly is very tight. She's left-handed. I don't know if that has something to do with it. She's very tight on her stitches, so they don't come out even at all. And Hannah does a little bit better, but she's loose. She's a little too loose. So they really need to work on that and work on that. You know how it is. If you can't get that part of it right, you can't move on to something else. And I felt bad because I knew they were getting bored doing that. And they haven't been bringing homework to show me. So I don't know if they've been practicing at home or not. Oh, itch. But even before they got here last Thursday, I decided I'm going to let them play with plush yarn. They're going to see a big difference in working with the acrylic and working with the plush. So I have tons of Dollar Tree, just chenille yarn. So I opened a bag of it when they got here, and I said, pick whichever one you want. So they each picked a skein of yarn, and they found out it's not as easy as you think to crochet with chenille yarn, especially that kind. The just chenille is velvety, so it's slippery. Yeah, they were not having a good time trying to crochet with that. And I went away from just doing a little square with them to learn how to crochet with it, and had them start a circle, because almost all amigurumi is started with a circle. So yeah, they were struggling, but it taught them that I hope they know now why I have them pretty much repeating the same thing. Also, the last time they were, not this time, but the time before, we made little bracelets, just all single crochet, nothing fancy, but to get them to go back and forth and try to keep the stitches even so they could wear their little bracelets. They did that. So trying to do fun little things for them, and so they're not bored. And I really hate having to repeat over and over and over again. Tension, 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 hook, watch your stitches, count your stitches, count your stitches. Heck, how often do we have to count our stitches? And they're not right. And you have to go back and figure out where you messed it up. Do it all the time. Do it all the time. There was something I was making the other day and it just wasn't happening. And I'm saying, what am I doing wrong? It's just not coming out right. I eventually found it, and it was me skipping a row. So even with all these years of experience, you mess up. So this next little plushie that I have, I actually made before that big market I did, but I made it after I had done my Wednesday video. So last week when I was doing my 18 plush week of makes, I had it there to show you and totally forgot it. And then when I went to put the others away and I saw it, I went, oh my gosh, I never showed them this this plushie. So here she is again. And I don't remember if I posted her on Instagram. I might have, because I just think she's so cute. Just think she's so cute. She hasn't sold, but I don't care because I think she's adorable, and I think I may make one more for this big market. I usually want to make 3 of everything except for the big items. I'll only make 1 of those. But the smaller things I like to make 3 of, so we'll see. I only have 2.5 weeks to get ready for this market, so I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned. It's 2 days, 200 crafters in a big city. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, I don't even remember the name of her now. In the description. But this is my little chicken with her apron. I want to say her name's Cookie, but I'm not sure. But is she too cute? I just thought she was adorable. And I'd like to make another one just because I like her. But I think she's so cute. She got a lot of attention, but nobody bought her. And just apron ties in the back. I love her tail feathers. Too cute. I'm guessing Parfait Chunky. The apron is acrylic yarn. I don't remember what size hook I used. It's 4.5 or 5. Those are my go-tos, so it's one or the other. I put little eyelashes on her. It wasn't in the pattern, but I felt it needed it. But I think she's adorable. Is she too cute? Oh, what? Look at her. I love the shape of her. She's nice and chunky. So cute. I mean, even if you took the apron off, she's a cute little chicken. Yeah. So, there she is. Finally, I got to show her to you. So I did another test, and I'm sure you've seen this with Heather and Robin, because we all made them. But let me try to get it perfecto for you. But this is Hewie. Is he too cute? Is he too stinking cute? Of course, now I can't remember what kind of cow they are. I always forget. I don't know why I can't remember the names of these cows. But I never do. But you know what they are with the hair. Look at his face. I used 30mm eyes. I thought gold would be nice with this color that I picked. I wish I could tell you the name of the color, but I can't because this is Hobie Baby Bunny, I think, yarn. I use so many different yarns, I forget what their names are at times. But isn't he too cute? Oh, love him. And of course, the spluters can sit as well. And then they pass out. I love these. These spluters have been such a good item at my market for me. So definitely want to make several more this week. So I need to get pictures of him done and sent off to SnuggleBeansCrochet. I don't know what, last week I showed you the pig, and oh, drives me nuts. I can never remember what kind of cow this is. I have a mental block for it. But I think he's adorable. I think he's adorable. Too stinking cute. Too stinking cute. So that's that. Now I only have one item left. You are adorable, but what are you? I know you're a cow. Blank. Blank. And I have another pattern for that type of cow, a bigger one. And I made that quite a while ago, and it sold, but I've never made another one. If I can remember what kind of cow it is. I don't know. Then I had one of my subscribers email me and ask me if I ever made Mothman. Who the heck is Mothman? I don't know. I'm not up on those types of things, so I had no idea. So I went on Etsy looking around and did find a pattern, told her about it, and she liked that pattern and she asked me if I would make it for her. So I did. This is what I worked on all Sunday night and Monday till he was done. Till he was done. Very cool. Not really difficult to make, but you'll know why I'm not a fan of making them, because he's all black and he came out big. Big, big, big. So this is with Bernat blanket yarn. Fortunately, I had Bernat blanket here, and it was the softer kind, so I didn't have a real difficult time working with it, which was a really good thing. So we made him, and then you had to put this fur collar all around him. So that goes all around his neck. I had to buy big red eyes, because that's what he has, obviously. And these, she calls them antenna. They look like ears to me, but she says the pattern maker says they're antenna. This is by MomStitchetti, this pattern. So I had an easy time, head, body, even crocheting this fur yarn around his neck. No problems. No problems. Let me show you the back first. And then his wings. Something. A lot of black. I think my eyes were crossing at some point because everything is so black. But his, I'm going to call them ears, antenna. Oh, I couldn't get these things to stand up for anything. And she left no instruction. Nothing, no little video, no instructions, just sew the antenna on. And I was like, okay. And all you have is a little bit of regular yarn in the center, red, for the insides. And then you have to crochet this fur all around it. Well, the weight of that fur yarn is too much for that little bit of regular chenille yarn. and they would flop, flop, flop. And I said, oh my gosh, they're supposed to stand up. Supposed to stand up. I looked at the picture from the pattern, and I'm quite sure she has it leaning up against something. So it had something to help it keep the ears up straight. But this is an order. I want it good. You know, I want it good. So Grumpy and I were experimenting with it yesterday and finally decided I have to put wire in it. There's no other way that I could think of getting it to stand up without the top part flopping over. So that's what we ended up doing. Grumpy got some wire he had out in the garage, and he tried putting the wire in, and it was working pretty well, but he really didn't get it where it should be. So I had him cut me a longer piece of wire so I could stick it way down into the head, and I came up the side underneath here. You can't even see it, so that's a good thing. And up around, you can't put it in the fur, there's nothing to hold it here, so I went right to the edge of that red on the inside, back down and back down into the head, and that worked. So I sent her an email this morning and asked her, is this for a child, teen, adult? I don't know who she's, I'm gonna put more black fur here because for some reason it's not covering there, but I have some already cut to do that. So I sent her an email to ask her, because I'm concerned about wire being in this. If it's for an older kid or teenager or adult, not a problem. They're not going to pull the wire out and put it in their mouth. But if it's for a little one, and I just can't imagine it being for a little one, this type of character. So I think I'm safe, but if she doesn't want the wire in it, she can take it out. Be easy enough to pull right out, and she'll have floppy antenna because it just doesn't work. The pattern doesn't work with the fur yarn and just that little strip of red in the beginning. But I think he's really cool. I think he's really cool. He came out really nice. Love the wings. They stand up straight. They got the fur around it too. Lots of fur in this creature, whatever he is. So I haven't given her a price yet. I don't even know what it's going to be yet. He's good size, like you can see. Mothman. I don't even know who Mothman is, but she does, or whoever she's purchasing it for certainly does. So I hope she's happy with it. That's all I got. All I got. He's off. Oh gosh. All right. So I have lots to do today. I have to go to the doctor's office today after I'm done this. Nothing big deal, just quick and easy. And then we'll probably go grab a bite to eat or something. I don't know. But once I get back, and until next Wednesday, I have to make things. And they're probably going to be all bigger things. And I'm thinking I'm going to start with Stitch, Angel, and the green doll. Oh gosh, my brain is fried today. I can't think of it. Anyhow, I want to get those made. Definitely want to bring those with me. So I'm going to work on those and whatever else pops into my head. And I think that's what I'm going to do for the next 2 weeks is work on some bigger ones because I sold so many at that market 2 times ago. I need to replenish my bigger makes. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on. And then the couple of days that I have after my Wednesday video before the market, those Thursday and Friday, I'll probably concentrate on car swings and chicks and the eggs. I'm not going to worry about too much little stuff. I still got little stuff, so that's it. Alrighty, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Fantastic weekend. If you're doing a market, hope it's everything you dreamed of. And we'll see you next Wednesday. And remember, keep crocheting. Bye.